Excited to step in the shell, step on the field. We feel like big things are going to happen. I know everybody's heard Coach Locke's statements about Big Ten championships, but I mean we're always striving for Big Ten championships. We're always striving to be perfect and get championships no matter what. So I mean we're excited to get on the field, excited to play, excited to show everybody what we got, what we've been working for. So yeah.
Talk about the defensive unit heading into this year, what you guys are expecting, and how you could be successful.
Definitely. As a defensive unit, we feel like last year we had, we were up and downs a lot. Some games, we did our thing, we got a lot of picks and shut down some key receivers, especially in the DB room. And some days we just didn't. We feel like this year, especially I feel like this could be a defensive-led team. We have a lot of guys coming back. We have also a lot of new guys. And I mean, this is probably the first time that the coaching scheme and system for the defense has been the same as the prior year in many years. So I mean, I feel like we're very confident in how we're going to play. We can't wait to show it. I know a lot of people underestimate us, and I mean, that's great for us. We like that. Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. You get to go get those guys every day in practice.
Oh, most definitely.
What's it like?
It just makes us so much better. You go against the best every day ever since I've been here. The DBs have been going against the best receivers in the league every year and every day. And I think that's what makes us great. We got two corners last year get drafted, one first round, the other going to the Raiders in the fourth round. And that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for these guys we play against every day. So I mean, you can't get much better. We see the best receivers each week throughout the weekday, not nearly the weekend. We got. I mean, you can't speak much about it, too much about it. I mean, they're the best receivers I've seen in the Big Ten each year, and I mean, it's great. They make us so much better, especially now playing against our quarterback that we got too. That makes it so much more difficult, and that's what we need to get better. We got the best quarterback in the league, and we got some running backs in our offensive line. I mean, I could just go, from QB to lineman, running back, receivers, and I didn't get the Corey Dyches yet. So I mean, we play ballers every day, and that's going to make us so much better.
Considering how Dante Trader is now an All-American lacrosse, you ever thought of picking up a lacrosse stick?
Man, I've thought of it. I wouldn't be too good. I think they could only use me, to roughen up some people out there. Skill-wise, though, I wouldn't probably, be a detriment to the team.
What's it mean when you read that you're an NFL prospect? How does that affect you? Do people look at you differently, or scouts talking to you?
I've had a couple people look at me differently. I think the key thing is to not look at myself differently. I go in every day thinking that I still have more to prove, because I truly believe I do. So I mean, I have to keep the same mindset that way. But I mean, of course, people are always going to, depending on if I'm doing good or if I'm doing bad, people will come and go. So that's the game.
So you picked 25. So, what's the reason behind that?
25 was the number I was actually given when I came here. I didn't really pick it, but I mean, it's with the Jones Hill house, Hill, first player really, come in, African American player coming in so early on, and just being able to, I feel like 25 for me was just being able to play for him. That 25 is a big number in Maryland history, I feel like, with him. And then before me was Antoine Burks, so me getting that number after him was, that was a rough one. But I mean, just had to step up to the name and everything. But yeah.
You guys in the secondary last year, I think, were the reason a lot of those games that 2-3 years ago you would have lost were games that you won. Mm-hmm. What's the next step then to going from being a bowl champion to being a conference champion and getting in that upper echelon of teams in this conference?
Yeah, I think, people always say it starts up front, which most definitely it does. But, me being a DB, I love the defensive back room. And I think that the biggest change will have to be for us, we can fit gaps better. We could have done all season, make the tackles we have to. And I feel like last season, there was a lot of big pass breakups and getting excited for pass breakups. I know we're DBs, we have to get excited for everything we get. Mm-hmm. But I want turnovers, takeaways, and I want to score the ball too. So I think if we do that, then we'll be looking good.
This is Coach B. Will's second full year leading the defense. Amazing turnaround last year. What does he do? What does he bring, and things that you love about him and his coaching style?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach to start off with. Great coach. He has all the respect in the world. Everybody respects him. And then you could see from when he started calling the plays, Rutgers game two years ago, how much the defense has played better, and then how much we play for him. That Rutgers game, and then we played Virginia Tech in the bowl game, and then that to now you've seen Maryland defense making strides. And I think that really shows everybody who he is as a defensive coordinator. And if your players respect you and they play for you, you're doing good things. So. Yeah.
And you mentioned obviously just the experience and just having the defensive scheme be consistent from last year to going into this year. Obviously, new safeties coach is Zach Spavital back there. You got a chance to work with him a little bit in the spring, but just kind of with that same, just this personnel scheme and whatnot. Maybe what does Coach Spab do to add his own flair to that back line?
Yeah, Coach Bab's been in the game for a while. He's seen a lot of, great players. He was at Oklahoma when Adrian Peterson was there, So, I mean, just getting his experience and, his knowledge through the game, is just amazing. I feel like he gives another aspect of also, he knows the offense really well. He's good friends with Cliff Kingsbury, and then his brother is the offensive coordinator. And I think that is very beneficial for us, especially the safety room. Now, talk about how this past year is the first year that a defensive coordinator has been at Maryland for the same year, the same scheme. But every 4 years I've been here, I've had a different safeties coach. So I mean, that of course, when you first hear that, wouldn't sound too good, but really being able to learn a different thing from all 4 of those coaches has put me in a place that I've been very grateful for. I wouldn't know nearly as much as I would if I didn't have all 4 of those coaches. So yeah.